fucking easy street, and you get kicked in the fucking face.
In the next bubble screen over here, let's throw curls.
What are the whys, right? What are the whys?
Bears Hour Live.
The Tape Never Lies Network, home of the greatest Chicago Bears fans on earth.
The following show is for mature audiences only.
The Tape Never Lies Network.
The Tape Never Lies.
Tape never lies.
Starts now.
The tape never lies.
32 is the identity.
We were kind of stuck in neutral, and I thought it was a good idea to
Loses the football. Strip sack and a take.
Bears our life. Bears our life. We go online right after Bears games with your boys draft talking the smartest man alive. Bears our life. Bears our life. We go online right after Bears games with your boys draft talking the smartest man alive. Rant up with the true analysis you expect. Raw passion for the show. Bear fans get nothing less. Locked in with real emotion and passion for every play. Coach Phil gonna bring that range, but in with facts like shade. Post game show like nothing else you're gonna hear. Some can try to copy, but a bucket's not sincere. Delivering the truth on what just happened, to be clear. That's why we're on TV, so you can see it, not just hear. Hey, yo, with Draft Dr. Phil, you know it's always hit sticks. Splitting double T's like 96 Hakeem hits. You can tell the shit matters. Their love can be felt. Critical of Nagy because the talent he's been dealt. As our life keeps growing, Shane's all knowing. Delivering the truth on how the QB's throwing. Dimes on time, just lacking fundamental. Whatever the case, we get hot like Cecil. Fiery discussion about what happened in the game. This ain't your daddy's postgame, don't expect the fucking flame. Not for the average fan, a loss they can't survive.
But don't you worry.
Bears Hour Live.
Bears our life. Bears our life. We go all night right after Bears
I don't think we're that much worse.
The myth, the Rant legend, Draft Dr. Phil Ototion.
Because teams realize, hey, we gotta stop Matt.
When you put that much into it, you don't let that. And the guy next to you said, "You son of a bitch, you better block." That's what happens. That's when you have a real good team.
And let's get it on.
This is Bears Hour Live.
BHL week number 5. Chicago moves to what? 3-2. We're winning, Bears fans. Still lots of questions. Head coach, play calling, offensive coordinator. I know my boy is in the background sweating a little bit, trying to compose himself. I know he's still fired up, but the most important thing is that the Bears won. They got the big W on the road in Vegas against the Raiders. We saw some good, saw some bad, like we always do. This defense, the Khalil Mack contingent that says that this guy is no good. They're having a tough season, so you hate to see that. But here we are, week 5, 3-2. Justin Fields not putting up the big numbers, but he's making plays. That 1 third down to Mooney, that was a great ball. The one to Komet right after that was another big ball. You got to go back and watch that one. But Cairo Santos, people don't like to give respect to special teams players. This guy is a fucking stone cold killer. People made fun of the Bears for the kicking circus, and he wasn't part of that, but it brought them to him via Eddie Pinheiro getting hurt. So it worked out, and this guy is just automatic. But enough of me. Let's flip this over to our guy, DDP, for the opening rant. Week 5, Bears versus Raiders. Phil?
What's up, guys? This is another showcase of this great game of football. The reality is each and every game you are going to get something different. However, today I got to be honest with you. The Bears were the better team. And Matt Nagy obviously was involved in play calling. And I could tell you the ones that he was calling because it was very easily scouted. So when I say something different, I always mean you got to self-scout. You got to know what you're doing. Like the offset fullback, clear tell. Clear tell. You've run that play many a times. David Montgomery, Jordan Howard. Ryan Nall has run that play and got a big gain on it. They scout you. Situational football escapes this coaching staff. Inside the red zone, use of personnel escapes this coaching staff. Big moments. The defense, as Shane is saying, I'm going to get into. But offensively, you came here as the guru of the offense, and you're hamstringing, literally, the entire football team. Now, I will keep it 100 because that's what I do on our network. With David Montgomery gone, that game probably, with him in the game, it would have been 30-3 Bears because he runs downhill. Now, those backs today played well. They're not David Montgomery. They're just not. And I can show, and I will promise you, with my boy Bearlissimo giving me the ammunition here at TTNL, we'll show you why. But let's get into the reality of coaching. Today, I saw Matt Nagy involved, getting agitated with the referees. Bravo. You put the playbook down for a little bit. But the reality is the refs are against you. Your team has lacked discipline. False starts and situational football are killing you in a game you're keeping a lesser team in it who are out there vehemently to hurt your quarterback and your team. Clearly, cheap shots going on. Your job is to keep them under control and play with a passion and pride. Good job, Jimmy Graham. You blocked today one time. You showed effort. Let's hope that continues because you're about to play your rivals. You're about to get into a boxing match like you saw last night on pay-per-view. You're not going to be able to win these games without the passion and pride of sound football. Mustafa, Affetti, all of these guys messing up on plays and assignments have got to be better. And then it belongs to you, coach. It belongs to you. That defense out there, led by Khalil Mack, destroying narratives while they pressure opponents. Are they perfect? No. That secondary still led by Eddie Jackson needs help. But that front seven without Akeem Hicks stepped up to the challenge and fought tooth and nail and fought back against a team cheap-shotting you and the refs cheating you. There was no way. I will go to my grave. Remember this day. I will go to my grave knowing that there's no way Peterman got a first down. None on that quarterback sneak. None. No way. CBS, you did a shitty job. You didn't even give anybody an opportunity to see a replay of any important challenge of any kind. We're going to commercial, Charles. Going to commercial. And the tackling and the use of Danny T with politics. There's no reason Danny T's out there. None. None. And the last thing, it's 3rd and 5. You got Justin Fields. 3rd and 5. Put the game away. You have an opportunity to do it. I know. They won. They stopped them on 4th down. They won. They ran out. They kicked the field goal to win, right? They had to give everybody and their brother in the chat everywhere around the world anxiety for another 3 minutes. Well, this is the difference between championship football and being an also run organization. Oh, they might be good this year. I want to see championship. That's why I'm mad. Because you don't run a quarterback power to the short side. Get Justin. If you want to run that play, run it to the wide side so he can stretch, plant, and get the fuck up the field. You want to run that? That's what you do. But again, the preparation, short side plays, missed assignments, missed opportunities out there. I'm telling you right now, you could have beat that team 30-3. But yeah, here we are, nail biting it out. Now, great performance on defense. And the last part of my rant is kickers are people too. Shane is 100% right. Like stealing from my head. At what point are we going to tip our hat and showcase, okay, our coach put us in this situation? He did. And now it's on the kicker to do it. With the anxiety that I just talked about, Cairo Santos has been stone cold, like Steve Austin. Going out there and burying kicks to help this team win. Now, football is the ultimate team game. The ultimate team game. And I don't think there was a bigger moment to try to win than get that first down there, because we can see old boy Mo, momentum. But Mo Mooney, getting in there, finding that little soft spot in that zone and making a play. Now, if you're a TTNL head, and I know most of you are, and you watched the Tape Never Lies this week, I showed you Darnell Mooney, the player, growing up, ultimate team player, blocking like he's a tight end. All I would do as a coach, as a head coach, would put Darnell Mooney's effort plays in blocking up on Monday morning and say, if that little shit can do it, why can't you? I don't have to point out anybody's name. Look in the fucking mirror and tell me that you could play like number 11 can. Because if he could do it and he puts it up here, then all of you motherfuckers better come in tomorrow and start playing to the whistle like him. Because if we want to win this game, we want to beat our rivals, the Packers, then you're going to have to play like that every play. If you watched Texas A&M versus Alabama, Alabama's not playing their best. Coach Saban ain't coaching his best. But it's still coming down to the wire. It's still coming down to effort, to passion, and pride. It's up to you, Coach Nagy, to help squeeze that shit out of this team that can beat Green Bay. And never in my life would I thought I'd be sitting here talking about a kicker and a 180-pound wide receiver leading the way. But I'll damn well tell you, today, those two guys wanted this win for Khalil, or Khalil, as they kept emphasizing. I guess that's how you say his name. Khalil. They wanted it for Khalil. And they wanted it for the Bears. I just hope, beyond hope, because I'm telling you, I could call out every Nagy call because it's so goddamn predictable, that the Bears get it ready and right this week. If you want to win your rival game, you're 3 wins now. And Justin Fields, how could I not say anything about him in my rant? I'm dropping the ball. You want to talk about the heart of a warrior? I don't know how anybody comes back from that. I couldn't even watch that play again, where his knee bends backwards awkwardly, hyperextending it. The same thing that happened to Demo. This guy wills a spirit that I haven't seen in years. It's up to the coaches to embrace that Instead of running QB power to the short side, allow him to make a play to help you win the game outright. Outright. Maybe that's coming. Maybe that's next week. This week, those and that is my rant. Here we go. Back to the saddle again, Shane Moneyman Marsaw.
Iron Eagle was taking a lot of heat from people on Twitter, but he's saying everybody says Khalil.
Emphasis on it.
Yeah, he's saying it the right way.
Khalil.
Yeah, to defend that. You can call him anything you fucking want. He keeps playing like that.
Dude, just call him up on Sundays because he's delivering the like Shane on every day the mail.
Yeah.
Any fucking clown ass troll blog boy fuck call.
Yeah, you didn't see much. I didn't see Raymond always trying to get me fired up on Twitter.
Where's Curcio today? Curcio, where are you? Complaining about Khalil Mack.
Yeah. Imagine that's your focus.
Exactly. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, that pocket's uncomfortable. We haven't seen that kind of uncomfortable pocket for an opponent since Dent and company. Maybe a Gunley and Anderson that year. You just felt it on third downs, but I didn't feel it all the time. Those guys, everybody was playing. And Shane, Mario Edwards Jr.'s play there. I know it sucks, but there is a punch that he takes in the gut.
I know, man. I know. But Phil, we've seen this time and time again with this team. Akeem Hicks is famous for it. I get it. It. You want to. I'm that guy too. You do something stupid and worry about the consequences later. I've lived that life too. But Mario Edwards doesn't have, a lot of rope to. He's got to be better than that. There. I mean. You have to know the situation of the game. You have to know where you are. And I mean, that was a huge play. You have to maintain your composure. They've been doing it all game. I understand it's his old team. It's the team that took him in the second round. They got rid of him. I get all that, but you have to maintain composure. And we've seen this over and over and over again from the Chicago Bears defenders. Akeem Hicks has done it. Roquan's been popped a couple of times with some things. I mean, the one on Roquan in the end zone was going to
ask you. I thought that was
horrific.
There's
literally nothing else he can do.
What could he do? This is football. This isn't MLS soccer with Claudio. This is fucking football. I couldn't even believe there's nothing else. And it's not like he led with his helmet, Mr. Fat Fuck Official. You continue that fucking chubby little fuck. I wanted to fucking kill him. I swear to God. I'm surprised Claudio wasn't filming me for Patron. You should. I have never been this fired up. I wanted this game so bad.
Yeah.
I wanted it for this team, for Justin Fields and that defense. And I wanted to set up perfectly for us to go to Chicago next week, the TTNL family there.
It's such a building block, Phil, and this is what this team has done. They've been in this position before, and then they have the home field. They have everything set up for them. They have Justin Fields, Khalil Mack's coming off of a big game. Roquan's amped up. Your offensive line, there was some bumps in the road, but I still think you got to give these guys some credit for gelling.
I liked Wilkinson coming in there, playing with an attitude adjustment that was completely different than
we're 1,000 deep here live right now, Phil. So the people that aren't patrons didn't get to see our halftime show, and I brought it up. And I'm not promoting injuries, but man, I was not upset at all to see Jermaine Ifedi getting taken out of the game.
That's a problem, Shane.
No, I get it.
We're like praying for injuries so we can get better.
Totally get it.
Like Jasper Horsted. Why isn't this kid a part of the regular offense? He clearly has Barlissimo said it at the halftime too. Yeah. He has a connection and a relationship that Justin and him have built on the practice squad or practice field, whatever the fuck your dumbass coach is putting these players in situations. He needs to be on the field. He has to be. I finally saw Cole Kmet catch a ball and run a little bit.
Man,
deserves
Phil,
a prize.
when George gets you the tape,
Yep.
you have to focus on that fucking throw from
To Mooney
Justin Fields to, I believe it was the one that I'm talking about, is the one to Komet.
across the middle to Komet where he ran over someone.
Yeah, and then the one to Mooney too. They were just both. They were filthy. Not huge plays downfield, but man, they were.
It's just thetapeneverlies.com, Chris. Thetapeneverlies.com. www. I don't know, Ed Rossi.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Thetapeneverlies.com will get you there.
Sheree, whoever wrote that. Just thetapeneverlies.com if you want to become a patron, and that's going to bring you in-depth analysis, breakdowns, all of that stuff that we put up on the board to break down all of this, by truth, not some fucking PFF nerd patrol, the nerd herd out there.
We got pictures now.
We have pictures of these guys. These are the people they quote all the time. There are pictures. It's hilarious to me, but it's everything. It's everything I told you it was. But anyway, this game, though, when I look at it, it's like, there's so much more you left out on the football field offensively.
There is, Phil, but at the same time, you have to. I understand what we're built off at this network, but these are the games when you've always said in the past, we've said as Bears fans, they left so much out there. Man, we should have won this game. They left all that out there, and they fucking won 20-9,
right?
Or whatever it ended up 20 to. What was the final? Jesus, I'm blanking on it already. But anyways, yeah,
they scored again.
Yeah, 20-9.
Oh,
I guess it was. Yeah.
I was like, I came downstairs. I'm like, after they kicked the field goal.
Yeah, Cairo kicked another one.
No, the 21.
Yeah, 20-9.
Yeah, once he kicked that field goal, I came down. I thought maybe the Raiders went down under a minute and scored.
No. Yeah, no, but
we've seen that before in dead time.
At least they left a lot out there and still won the game, and it's usually not that way in Chicago. As a Bears
I
fan.
agree, but this is it. Like I said in my rant, there's a difference between also runs and champions. Champions versus also runs. Khalil, all of that stuff. You want to be the best that you could be. I want to see the Bears beat the living shit out of the Packers. How do you do that? Well, you use 14-3. You use that to be offensive confidence and build it. To Shane's point, I really believe Wilkinson's a better right tackle than Ifedi has been. Ifedi's been awful. Mustafa continues. I don't care what anyone tries to tell me. Tape never lies. Mustafa is struggling out there to maintain.
I would take struggling, Phil. It's just plain bad, man.
He gets fucking
overpowered.
Pushed back into the backfield. And James Daniels, your best offensive lineman. It's not even close. It's not. You got to put him at center and fix that right guard with another player. Get Mustafa out of there. You want to talk about having an opportunity to win? Because Kenny Clark's going to fucking beat the fuck out of Mustafa.
He sure
and
is.
That's where they're strong. Him and the kid from Northwestern. What was his name? I love that kid coming out that the Packers have. This is where exactly, Robert, the core strength is not there. He's on skis all day, as Sammy. You could see it. And this is on the TV copy. When Barlissimo's bringing up the all 22, you're seeing this guy get manhandled again. This is the big complaint about Mustafa. 3rd and 1. Herbert struggling to get it.
Oh, just watching.
Here's Mustafa, hands on his hips, watching, sitting there. Get your fucking ass over there and push his ass for a fucking first down. Come on. Where do you see that shit? Again, Allen Robinson picking and choosing. This stuff. Why are you complaining about it? The Troll Patrol. We won. Why are you so mad?
What happened to my pool?
But the reality is, do you want to continue to be mediocrity? That's the question you got to ask yourself.
Demand excellence.
You
Nothing wrong with
need
that.
to. These simple things need to happen in order for you to convert and make these plays and players that much better. Now, I'm telling you, I've said it for years. David Montgomery was a magician. He made everyone look better.
Phil, do you want to address this question? I mean, we're not basing it off nothingness. This is literally the name of our network is called The Tape Never Lies. That's literally what we do.
James Daniels was an All-American at Iowa at what position, Shane?
Center.
He was my number one center coming out of that draft. Olin Kreutz said on our show, this kid will be the best center in the fucking NFL. That was 2 years ago.
His biggest downfall, he wasn't
2 weeks before they moved him to guard.
He wasn't vocal enough.
That was his big downfall. But guess what? That's up to you, Coach Nagy and company. You get his personality out, build up his confidence to be louder. Or is it on Mitch at the time? Whoever it was. Doesn't take away. Just because I have had quiet centers before and I reamed them and they fucking start using their voice and they build up their maturity and confidence. That's how. The tape tells me, watch James Daniels go down. Go now. Leave the show. Go watch last week's and watch James Daniels play guard. Just destroy Mustafa's guy for Mustafa, then get up on a linebacker and destroy him. He's doing too much. He's being asked to do too much when you could resolve the center position. And guess what's the most important position to run zone scheme? Center. If that was your guess, you would be correct because you got to build a bubble. Fuck, you got to get off that ball, get on that nose. If there's a shaded guard, this motherfucker's calling plays the wrong side, the center. He's not making the right calls. He's physically overwhelmed. And when you do that or have that, then there needs to be a change. I'm the last person that wants to, let's move Kyle Long. Let's do this. But this is what Shane is saying. It's embarrassing. It's overpowering. It's causing stuff. You're avoiding him. That can't happen.
It's Hronis Grasu all over again.
It is.
Center.
It is.
Can be athletic and can make some plays, pulling, whatever. He likes to get fired up, and that's about it. I mean, in terms of having the anchor strength, I mean, and the thing about it is the scary part, Phil, is he got promoted all offseason as putting on good weight and putting on good strength. Yeah.
You don't see it.
Where?
I don't see it.
Not sure where that came from.
I don't see the strength. I don't see the point of attack presence. Again, listen, anybody could prove something. JP Holtz went out there and worked on his craft, worked on his body because he was horrid last year. Horrid. Wasn't even close. JP Holtz obviously wasn't playing today, injury, whatever it was. Jesse James, personal issues, personal reasons. We don't know what that was. So you're down. Now Ryan Nall's in and Jasper Horsted. Fine. Doesn't change the fact JP worked on his craft and his body and his strength, and he did right. Did great. He's been a good player these past few weeks. Mustafa looks exactly the same as he was last year. Struggling at point of attack, power, core strength. And when you start fucking up play call fronts, when you have certain fronts and you're trying to run a certain play from it, and your quarterback is Justin Fields and your running back is getting hurt or hit in the backfield, then you got to make a change because you're being hamstrung by a guy that's being overpowered. You want to answer everybody? Yes. Khalil Herbert played great. So did Damien. Both of them played good football today.
Phil, this is a old friend Mark Egan DM'd me, and it was weird because I was talking about it in a text thread. Would you feel more comfortable with Damien staying in his backup role, and Khalil Herbert getting the start. Keep Damien in that same situation that he's always been in. Because this kid's feet, but his vision is, for where the Bears drafted him, is really next level. And I mean, for him getting thrown out there is a lot to like. And I know that Damien had that run on the goal line where he did the little spin move and got in. But man, that's the short,
what you get paid to do.
No. I get it. But to me, I want to see more of Khalil Herbert.
Oh, I'm with you. I think I'm being completely honest. I thought he was running hard. Again, without the tape, just watching the game, I thought Damien missed a couple plays early in the first quarter where he should have hit outside. He went in, get stuff, a couple. Herbert seems to have more vision. I wanted to see a little bit more burst out of him like we saw with him and Jimmy Graham. That's what I want to see every time. So there was a few plays where I felt like he just collapses on the football and protects it. But other than that, vision, I like his speed. I like his toughness. I just want to see him run completely in confidence at every time he runs the ball. I know I'm a hard grader. That's why when I say someone's elite, you better pay fucking attention.
Well, and I agree.
But
you saw Lawrence Holmes sending out a tweet very, very early saying that the Bears defense is phenomenal. Now they made some plays, but can we sit here?
Oh my God,
honestly, and say that? I mean, did we not see that Bryan Edwards 60-yard pass that he just blatantly dropped? There was a couple of other ones. Waller had a couple of them.
Waller had a drop. Then that last play, he gets open again.
They can't do that next week.
He gets
I'll tell you that.
Rodgers doesn't miss it, and they don't drop it. So
that's right.
You're 100% right. The secondary, the front seven, with Danny T getting out there is such a fucking political bullshit move.
I agree.
What the fuck is he in the game for? It's like you want to put him in on goal line because Iabunaway is, that, then put him there. But putting him out in the middle of the field and come on, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Alec Ogletree is playing at an elite level. He needs to be out there. Herbert, getting back to that. I liked everything I saw from him. Again, just continue to grow. I want to see more. I thought Damien Williams played really well, to be honest. To be perfectly honest, I just said those few runs.
I like the running backs. The Bears
Damien played when he got punched in the mouth one time. I wanted to see what he responded, and he did exactly what I hope. But that run where he scores and spins, I want you to watch number 11 because that was Darnell Mooney makes a block on Abrams, who's a piece of shit at safety. I mean, he's taking cheap shots at Justin Fields, no flags. That helmet shot to Justin Fields' rib, that was a flag.
That was a big part of their game plan.
That was totally their game plan.
100%.
Shane,
get him out, get Andy Dalton in the game, and then that takes away any ability to make very many plays on the outside. He's going to be containing
Gruden is that. Hey, I'm that way too, so I'm not going to hate on anybody. But the reality, I'm going to keep it 100. I'm that way too. I'm like, we're going to go out there and fucking get this guy out of the game, get in his head, do everything. But the reality is in the fucking rules of the game, not taking those cheap shots. And Darnell Mooney on that fucking run. He stood up Abrams like he was a 280-pound tight end and just pushed him. This kid is something special. And it's important that we praise and recognize those types that are out there. The other guy that I really thought played a heck of a football game is James Daniels.
Yeah, he did.
I mean,
oh my God, he flogged with that dude. I think Berlissimo tweeted that. So if you want to go
Did
back,
he?
yeah, I think if you go back to his tweets and look it up, I think he,
Maybe
I think
Sharif
he,
could grab one.
I think
grab
he,
that
I think
or-
he tagged D'Lo Brown in it, the wrestler.
Oh
yeah.
my God. That dude played with the
Yep.
Listen, let's go back to what we talked about 2 years ago. England, the fucking Raiders destroyed you on every level. I guess Coach is here. Let's bring Coach Nagy on, and we got a new look, I think.
Yep, I got you. Hold
Look
on.
at this.
In a team meeting, we talked about it all week long.
Ron G outdoing himself.
And ironically, we're out here with that big fight last night, and I think you can kind of feel
he's stealing my
how
line,
it's gonna
Jay.
go today. So our players just really stepped up to the plate when they needed to at big time moments. And I just, you can't pick any one person out. Just everybody did a good job. I think there was signs of toughness throughout. Signs of resiliency at the end of the game. You go to special teams that need to make field goals to make it an 8-point game, and then to make it a 2-score game. Just across the board, everybody. Our coaches did a heck of a job of getting the guys ready. So
this is how you should be after every game. You're exhausted because you coached your ass off.
On the headset, where they were, how calm they were, what they were seeing, how they were seeing it.
I feel that way after just watching it.
So
I
a lot of credit to Oakland.
I used to be so tired after coaching, like I went through a fucking marathon.
It's one of those
soaking
black
wet
and blue games,
Yeah.
So with that, I'll go ahead and open up.
I just don't. I hate the power play
that we fight. It's plain and simple. I don't make it hard. I just make it real simple. And these guys,
these
fight.
short side
They don't
runs.
care what's going on other than it's a brotherhood.
They love it.
Talked about it in there. It's a brotherhood right now, and it's tight. These guys love each other, and when you love each other, man, you play hard for each other. It's crazy how that works, So, and then what happens is you put yourself in an opportunity. You give yourself chances to win, and when you win, things get better, and then you start to get a little bit of momentum. But we've been through some tough times together, not just this year, but the previous years. It's calloused us. It's made us tougher. But in the end, you get to see true colors of people. It reveals a lot about a lot of people. And I just know that locker room right now of the people that we have in there, it's real, it's authentic, and it makes it fun to coach.
Now I'm seeing Matt Nagy the most authentic you've ever been.
You saw
talking about the QB here.
And then went in, came back in, and then did the same thing later on. I mean, I just say this, that son Buck is tough. He is tough. He's proven that when he was in college. He proved it out here. And then, same thing with Andy being able to come in for that time that he was out and convert that third down. So there's so many pieces to this thing today. That's why I put it in one of those deals where it was fun to coach these guys.
You run the ball the way you did.
Yeah. Well, it talks a lot to the offensive line and tight ends. It talks a lot to those running backs. It talks a lot to our coaches for getting those guys ready. I think you're starting to see I think you guys would probably agree there's a little bit of an identity going on right now. And so that's
you lost
real.
the identity. It was David. But
I know
you've been failing every year. Don't get it fucking twisted.
He's proud of
that
these
you
guys.
have not decided to run the ball.
Damien Williams to step up, has 16 carries. Khalil Herbert to come in as a rookie and run the football like he did.
Do you know how many carries he had?
Michael Petrie's coaching the heck out of these guys. And,
Who?
When you have,
I'm talking to him.
Oh
no, he threw 16 carries for Damien.
That defense we played against today was pretty good, and they get after you. And you got to be careful with how much you get into drop backing, and because they don't need to blitz a lot. They play their stuff, and
you don't know. You don't gotta get
it
into drop backing. Just get under center. Please stay there.
Improving the running in the last 2 weeks. I mean, all the tight end usage, the extra blocker, the extra tackle. How much has that had an effect? How important has that been to this?
It's been very important for a lot of different reasons, and that's what I think is so neat to see.
How about the timeout on a fucking extra point? That should be the first fucking question.
At being able to come in here and get guys in a
that is embarrassing,
and be able to feel who's hot and where we're at, and the other coaches on staff being able to help out. It's a group deal, so. Everybody included is
one on this show.
Special. And some of that stuff is where we feel like we have a strength. And, again, we get into the tight end targets every week.
Are never going to be fooled by Matt Nagy. I'll tell you that.
And I'm excited to watch it tonight on the plane ride. But I know those tight ends are blocking their butts off right now. And as much as it is for the
guess
O-line
what,
to
coach?
help block those guys,
That's what they supposed to do.
12 play,
Yeah.
Mooney over the middle, kind of. Is that where it was?
Yeah, that's the
Yep.
play.
It was. No, the play was designed to go there, depending on what we thought they were going to be in, and then we have some different parts of the progression. But Justin has
gonna
waited,
naggy.
all
Tell
week.
him, Alexander.
We kind of had that bad boy sitting there waiting for that moment. Now I don't know if it's to win the game, but it's one of those crucial 3rd and 12s. That was a big time play in that game, and if you don't get that now, the momentum meter swings to them big time. And so Mooney to get open, make a play. Justin went through his progression. The offensive line blocked. Justin made a great throw, and Mooney made a great catch, and it was first down.
Timeout, extra point.
Best game this season for your O-line.
Can you ask me that tomorrow?
Got to review the tape, Brad.
When I watch it tonight, I would say it felt good to be able to have all those rushes. And what was it, 37, 38 rushes for?
Does a
whatever it
sack
was.
on a 2-point conversion go into the
Like we
stat?
were rushing the ball
No.
for 5 yards a
It
carry,
doesn't.
and when you have that, it's
I
huge. I can
couldn't
say
remember
part.
the rule either. It's a good question, Jay.
Are you expecting them to
That
drop eight there
sucks.
like that? And when they do, I mean, how
It
hard
sucks
of a
because
work is that?
that was a
Yeah,
huge,
the extra drop
huge
make it
play in the
difficult,
game.
when you have that drop 8. But at the same point in time,
Boy,
depending
Mark
on where
Davis,
you're at
you
with the
see
levels
this?
of your throws,
Oh my
he stays
God.
in his progression. That's what he
What
he
is
looks
going-
like
what?
all the guys on that play
He looks
did what
like
they were supposed to do.
fucking
Justin made his
the
progression,
cosmos
stayed
dropped
within it,
off
and then
an
he gotta make
alien.
the throw.
That
You
is
know,
crazy.
There
When
he
you do
is. I'm sorry, but he is an odd-looking dude.
For him to be able to manage less than perfect situations.
Sure.
At this stage.
Gotta watch the
That's
tape,
that's a big
Thomas.
part of
Tell
this.
him.
He's been able to grow. He's been able to. I think that's what we want to see is constant improvement, being able to play smart. That touchdown pass he had down there in that situation, to be able to give an
Tell him,
opportunity and not throw it
Ivan.
away, because
I caught that too.
right. But a lot of times
Yep,
that's
that's
what
how we
happens.
called
It's
it.
5 and 10
How
yard
about
line in the red
give
zone
credit
in
to
this
Justin
league.
for
He made a
throwing
great
that
throw.
dime?
And so those are like
Yep, that's how he drew it up.
growth for him. And I
Mark.
just think there's so much to take out
God.
of this situationally. The way he was
That's how
able
we had
to,
it on the
to
Nagy
get
big
guys
board of
in and out
magic.
the huddle, being able to.
Please
even
ask
at the
about
end
the
of game
3rd
where
and
there was like
5.
33 seconds
One
on
of
the play
you.
clock, and we wanted
Listen,
to-
you
it was
have an
after the
opportunity to run
injury,
out
we wanted
this
to be able to
game.
milk the clock down and use
Why
everything. And I wasn't
quarterback
sure if we told him, but sometimes
power
you're in the
to
moment,
the
if
short
you let that
side?
thing run the whole way down. You saw him standing there waiting. Those extra seconds matter. So there's a little bit of growth there for just that example.
You mentioned identity.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I know that's been something you've
Yeah.
been for a little bit over the last couple of years.
Right.
To be finding it now, how encouraged are you? It's early in the year still.
Yeah, it feels good. It feels
Oh
good
my
to have
God.
that. And now what we got to do is
Our
make sure as
identity.
we go through this
What is it?
identity and figure out
What
where
are the
we're
whys,
at,
Matt?
is now be able
What
to
is your
grow
identity?
with that, right? Because now teams start to see who you are, and they're going to have counter ways to come back and counter you and counterattack you. And I think that for us, we got to counter that. We always talk about you got to stay, keep them chasing the cat's tail, right?
Feels
So,
good.
that's important.
Oh, Shane, it feels good, Shane. We found our identity. What is your identity exactly?
Dynamic now.
Running the ball?
With Bill and just say, yeah, are you just more? He's kind of come to grips with it the last weekend.
I'm not going to answer that.
Yeah, I just think when you go through,
everything
that we're
goes
going
through me.
and you're able to kind of step back and figure out, okay, what's best for this team. Last week was my first time going through, and I told you how good that felt after the game. And then same thing with
First
today.
time.
I'm able to really interact with those guys on defense. And special
This guy,
teams.
man,
sometimes I'm running down.
he's
to
talking
to
about
find out which
actually
play
not
callers on that
having
first play of the drive
to
because
be
I'm still
calling
celebrating
plays.
with the defense or talking to them. So
Laser
it
found the
feels good,
identity.
and I like that. I think, as a result, you're seeing what we're doing offensively, defensive, everything. And it's just, if I can be the best head coach by doing that, I'm going to do it.
Did three guys leave the game and not return?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't hit that. Sorry about that. Yeah,
Oh,
we
my
had
God.
Fetty with a knee. We had Caleb Johnson with a knee and Atachu with a pec. So we'll find out tomorrow. A little bit.
That means
more.
he's
Peck
gone.
is gone.
Yeah, sorry.
Peck is gone.
Go ahead.
The London game for Khalil was, that was tough, obviously.
Yeah.
Could you tell at all? I know it's hard to tell sometimes from paperwork exact, but could you tell how much of that what you kind of see?
Hit the like button.
Well,
Listen to
it was
Gil.
for all of us.
Smash
You
the
go back to
like
that
button.
game,
Let everybody
as-
know
as-
where the
as
best
good as it feels right
post-game
now after
show
this
is
game
at.
today, right now, the type of game we played. That feels
Where's
good.
your
It
identity?
didn't feel like this in London. it felt.
I found your identity for you 2.5, 3 years ago.
With that,
David
that
Montgomery.
stomach, you remember
Now
that.
you got to build the run game up.
And so, he was a part of that, and he understands that. So I think all of our guys, we talked about, it's the mindset of making sure
it was a Tachu,
we weren't coming in here to play.
Jeremiah
This was going to be a fight.
Jeremiah,
and he knew that. And so Khalil's in a leadership
peck.
role to make sure that other guys see how you play in this moment, and he did it today.
It's been an interesting couple of weeks with the Bears fans coming out of Cleveland. Everything's going on there. What's it mean to you when you see them take over a road stadium all the way across the country?
Are you kidding me? I mean, you look out there.
It's a wasted.
You go out before the game, and then you go out at halftime, and then you come in at
you get to the carnival. How do you feel?
You see orange everywhere. And
Patrick Finley had a question during the week. He goes, how does it feel to have an experienced backup at running back? Would you consider that a luxury?
We talk about how well
what the fuck is he supposed to say,
dumbass? All over the country.
Hey, when you get into Disney World, what's going on through your mind?
Yeah, are you excited?
Fucking layups here. Talk about the stupid fucking timeout. Hold his ass accountable. How did you feel about the run game today?
Any additional tests?
Last one, Shane. Last one.
Pretty confident since he's able to go back in and everything's solid.
Yeah. We're just, again, his toughness was great. It was awesome. So that's all. I think that's the number one thing.
That's your last question.
Yep.
Oh, Madon, Shane. Oh, Madon. Madonna me with this fucking guy as your coach. Listen.
Yeah.
He found the identity. It feels good. It also feels good to actually be a head coach, he says. These are the things that concern me, that keep me awake at night, because he's showing me right there how unprepared he is to be in this position. Out there, there's still situational and personnel usage offensively that continues to concern me. And I'm going to say this. Nobody should have Damiere Byrd in the slot in the red zone being asked to block and cut off block a 290-pound defensive end. If you're making that call in a JV game, you're lost. But here the Bears are, not once, not twice, 3 times a lady. It's ridiculous, as Shane would say.
Phil, I got one clip here before. This is Justin Fields right after his touchdown pass. I said, this is why
his
you got
first touchdown pass.
Yeah, why you have to love the kid. I mean, he gets fucking drilled. Jesper makes a great catch, but here is a lot of people didn't see this live, but
we have a play.
Yeah, you just watch his reaction.
Yes.
Well, Justin is at the podium too, so let's bring that up.
There he is at the podium.
What did you see on that play with the way they were playing coverage, and what's the key to making sure that you guys are on time with that?
Yeah, I mean, that's just a timing throw. So we practiced that play throughout the week, and I saw their back we're kind of playing the sticks on that. So just that look, just trying to get a first down, trying to keep the drive going. It was a great catch by Mooney and a great call. Great call.
To respond with that scoring drive there, what was the energy that you guys took out of that in a game that was obviously an emotional game?
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome. Of course, I would have liked to score before that, but I mean, it was just awesome seeing everybody rally together and get together and drive the ball down the field.
Justin, how important was it to run the ball the way you guys did today with Damien and Khalil Herbert and Damien?
I mean, yeah, when we can get the run game going like that, it's tough on opposing defenses. So I was glad that the offensive line was able to do that, plus the running backs and the tight end. So, I think they did a great job, blocking up front and, the running backs making plays.
How does it feel at the end of this week where I know you started the other games, but you were picked as the starter, the permanent starter going forward this week, and then you come out here and have this win on the board?
I feel like it was the same as last week. I had a pretty good idea that, I was going to play last week. So, I mean, I kind of approached the week the same, just preparing the same and making sure I'm ready.
We've heard about your poise since you got here. We've seen it on that 3rd and 12. Stadium as loud as it got all game. Ice water in your things. What are you thinking there? How do you execute?
Just get the first down. That's all I'm thinking. Stay in the pocket.
He was writing a movie pretty good, but
it was going through my head at the moment.
Justin's been there before, bro. This isn't. Let's talk about how you threw a good pass against Stanford in a bowl game.
So I couldn't breathe really, to be honest with you, but I was good after a while.
with the effective run game, besides just the down and distance advantage situations, is it just how much does it help just to know that it's not going to all be on you when you see how effective you were running
It's
the
awful,
ball
Mark.
without cover?
Pissed.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's awesome. I think it gets our offense going. I think it gets our O-line confidence that, that
This
we're
is
moving those guys
the
up front.
question you
like
have
I said,
written
we
down
did the run
while
game
you're
well like that
watching
every
this
week. It's
game.
definitely going to open the
This is
offense
what
up.
I'm going to ask Justin.
Went down with the leg injury. What was the first thing that crossed your mind when you're trying to figure out what happened there?
I knew I hyperextended it. I was just trying to see if I can get up, and then I was just able to,
I
walk
can't
off the
believe he
field,
came
and then
back, to be
after a while,
honest.
I could start
Me
getting
either.
my
It
strength,
looked awful.
getting back.
That
So I
is
was
like
just
a
trying to,
warrior.
see how stable it was. And
I
see if
cannot
could
believe
run on it.
that he came back.
With the environment in
That
there
just
in the locker
says
room
everything you
last
need to
hour,
know about this game.
I mean, yeah, everybody's excited. Of course, that was a big win for us, and just coming here on the road. It was
Why
awesome
so much
not
Demir
having
Bird?
David,
Like,
David
what
out
is
there.
this
Blocking
dude
at the
doing?
fucking goal line.
Khalil,
I
they
just don't
took
get
the
it.
winning game
Me
for sure.
either.
I mean, everybody's happy in there. I mean,
Good
it's
win.
definitely always better.
Good win.
leading with the win.
The Demir Bird stuff's
I'm
gotta
dancing.
stop.
I'm dancing there. So yeah. So y'all might see a video later in the year or something. So who knows? We'll see. Are you talking about a touchdown? All I did was when I saw that, I just stood there and I was like, yo, that was crazy. But I mean, yeah, I wish I could do that. That's all I got to say about that. I wish I could do that, but I mean, Damien's a great player, and he's a great leader on his team.
He wishes he could do it. He's done it a million times.
That's kind of what happened today.
Man, you telling me? I don't know. I have no comment on that. So.
Last 2 weeks have required a certain level, I think, mental toughness from you guys. What have you seen from this group collectively over the last 14 days since you left Cleveland?
Yeah, just every time we step out on that field, putting our best foot forward, and just trying to get better each and every day, and just trying to get that swagger about us, especially on the offensive side of the ball. So I mean, just trying to keep building.
Justin, your toughness has been a big talk even at Ohio State, and now here, this is your first start being the full-time starter, and the team that's all they're talking about is your toughness.
Yeah.
Go to contribute to this team.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely feels good. I think I'm always going to bring that to the table. I'm going to put myself out there to win games. So that's what they can expect from me. And just every play, every game, I'm going to give it my all. So yeah.
You never stay down long. You know that you never let the fans worry. So do you feel pressure that you got to get up quick?
It's the
No,
new
I think
voice
that's
here.
more
I've
for
never
me.
heard this
When I
woman's
was
voice.
younger, my dad always told me if I could get up and walk off the field, do it. So that's kind of why I don't like staying down long, and just trying to get up off the field.
My father told me the same thing. Same advice. Never stay on the ground unless you have to.
Just making sure it stays strong, and just recovering my body as a whole. But yeah, should be ready.
A couple points seemed like you had to do some stretching on the field where you were kind of down on all fours.
Yeah, my calf just started to tighten up on me, so that's what I was doing in that. But I was on the sideline, staying on the bike, making sure I was, moving.
That was
my
such a
legs to keep
gruesome
warm.
hyperextension of the knee. I'm still amazed that this guy was able to come back into the game, into this football game, and compete the way he did at the level. It's just unfortunate to me that we continue to struggle offensively attacking people when you have them in a position to beat them. That's where we have to get better. That's the Chicago Bears. Yes, you saw run game, Justin's feet, pulling the ball, getting him outside the pocket, doing things that aren't predictable. I called 7 plays today, Claudio, and could attest to. Knew exactly what they're offset. Here comes the fullback dive, stuffed. Run something different off of that.
No, same thing.
This is
right?
the stuff that when you are scouted, you have to know. Then also, Ryan Nall should be there because he's your fullback today. You all also gave a tell because you put Damien Williams and Herbert there. So the defense knew we got to stuff this dive play. We got to do that. So these situations where it's 4th and 1, it's 4th and inches, these things are going to rear their head, as everybody should know in this great game of football. This is what sets up to be the difference between a good team or average team to a great team. Gotta improve short yardage football. The fact that he called a timeout on an extra point, that punt after you sacked them, now you have a timeout in your pocket so you could throw the fucking ball downfield, call timeout, and get another point. So you're 17-3 at the half. These things matter. They don't matter to the blog boy fuck who told you that Justin Fields is a franchise killer. I can assure you that. But they do matter here when the goal should be what Shane has always said. We're done with the 85 team. We've been done with that. You don't go to McDonald's for a fucking filet. Maybe some of you go for the filet of fish. That's fine. But you don't go there for a fucking $40 filet. That's where the Bears have to go to now. This level. There is no doubt Justin Fields is a fucking franchise game changer. This guy can throw the ball down the field, attack through the seams, get the fucking people involved in this game.
You should add that deep one to Marquise Goodwin. I mean, that was clear DPI.
Oh, my God.
They didn't call on that one.
That was a terrible no call. The fucking Roquan one was nothing on the interference with his back turned. In fact, I thought they were going to get it right. And Roquan was even saying the guy jumped over him, grabbed his helmet, and almost pulled that off. Nope, they got it wrong. And then I'm totally with you. The other thing was big for me is, and I'm going to reiterate this, CBS, you fucking horrible job covering this football game fairly. The refs completely fucked the Bears. That 4th down and inches, no way Peterman made that first down. I will go to my grave. There's no way. Physics, the law of physics aren't showing me that he made it not even a 6-inch where they originally spotted it. It was ridiculous. But then when you see the replay, it's even worse ridiculous. And I'll put that up this week too, breaking that shit down because that is a travesty. But Coach Nagy challenged it for the first time. And for that, I'm going to applaud because I thought it was a great challenge. I'm not going hindsight. They lost the challenge. He shouldn't. No, you finally fucking challenged the fucking spot. You see? And I want to go back to another thing. You see how John Gruden says, I want a measurement. And they go out and do that.
Yeah.
Nagy, pay fucking close attention. That's exactly what you need to start doing. In some of these calls that they're spotting incorrectly, it's all around the league. It's not just the Bears.
In today's day and age, Adam Hogue mentioned it today on Twitter, why there's not some type of a
because I mentioned that on
Saturday. Chip in the ball. Whatever, but it's just, they were making a big deal because Tony Correnti, this was his 24th season as a referee. I'm not sure if that's a good thing.
Exactly.
This is a young man's league. I mean, you see, these are the elite of the elite, worldwide athletes that are out there.
Hogue is stealing from me because I was on Sean and Maya saying the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say it again. It's 2021. There's fucking who was broadcast? CBS, their college game has fucking cone views. They got cone views, giving you great looks. Alabama versus Texas A&M. I know Shane's pissed at that, but the reality was
they deserve to lose.
Exactly. They gave you the great looks that these guys are in, their foot's in. There were some close plays that are close. Undeniable evidence right there because, $1 billion, billions of dollar business. Let's put cones on the end zone cam. Let's put cones on the cameras on the fucking end zone line cones. Let's put cameras on each fucking field marker 10-yard marker. Let's put a chip in the football like the hockey game. Because once that crosses that fucking white paint, fucking green light pops up for everybody to see. This stuff isn't hard, especially when careers, money, and people's livelihoods are on the line. Let's just get it right, because clearly the CBS and company couldn't get it right today. They couldn't show you 2 replays. We didn't even get a look at them. We're out in commercials looking at fucking DraftKings for the 500th time. I want to see the fucking replay. I want to see how they fucked you over. Definitely was happy that he challenged that play finally. Even though he lost, I'm telling you, got screwed. Definitely got screwed there. I'll be the first one to admit when I get the all 22 with Berlissimo if I'm wrong, but I'm certain I'm
not
right.
Gonna get it on our app. That's for sure.
Yeah, the NFL Game Pass. Everybody should ask for a refund. It's a fucking clown showcase that the NFL continues to do to the American people here. That continue. The one thing we purchased that thing for is for the coach's tape. They ran a commercial today, Shane. It's evident that they don't even put the coach's tape in the commercial. They give you replays of every. I don't want to fucking watch a replay of the game. I want to watch the coach's tape. That's what you paid for. That's what you promised. Get that shit together. I'm mad tonight. I'm mad.
I don't blame you one bit, man.
It's fucking ridiculous. Get the like button. If you fucking like Nagy, don't hit the like button. If you dislike Nagy, you better fucking smash the like button. Real quick before we get to our guest and our hype. Hopefully he brings fucking hype. But the reality is this next week, we will be live. TTNL will be live in the South parking lot with a TTNL meet and greet tailgate. We're going to have music, games, food there. Bring potluck, whatever. Bring your own booze, BYOB. Come out there, meet the TTNL crew from Chris Jackal to the barber Claudio to Cherie, myself, everybody from the network. Cool Kennedy. We're going to be playing the music. And then after the game, we'll be live from the same tailgate lot. I'll give my rant from the lot. We'll be going live. We'll take your questions in the lot. Bring you on Bears Hour Live next Sunday. Bears Hour Live from Soldier Field, the South lot. Will be there bright and early. Greg Braggs will be there. He's already planning. Shout out to Greg, Ivan, Ron G, Mikey Tenorelli, and my boy Sammy the Bull. We had a nice meeting this morning. And I'm just reminding, I'll remind you one more time, because if you want to get together, come out there, have a good time. And we'll be shooting a lot of video and a lot of promos for the network, which, by the way, 11,000 plus subscribers. If you're not a subscriber, you need to do that. Be a friend. Tell a friend, as Jackal would say. And as Michael Haw is telling you, it's the best $7 you will ever spend. If you love these Chicago Bears and you love truth, if you like the narratives, go on Twitter, run your mouth, watch someone break down some bullshit on the tape. But next week, the greatest rivalry in pro football will be live. We'll be there covering it all. It's going to be a lot of fun. So Bears Hour Live after the game in the South lot. Before the game, meet and greet. The TTNL will have swag out there with Alex Acevedo. He'll be selling some TTNL t-shirts and shit. So
does anybody know how to fix pool walls? We're also taking...
It is ripe, Han Solo. For the picking, this is going to set the tone. We have won 2 games in a row. Justin Fields is your quarterback. You saw what the Cincinnati Bengals went through today, Shane. They did everything in their fucking power to lose that game. Kickers missing. How many missed kicks and anxiety do you got to
5 and 8 minutes at one point?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. They just couldn't knock out. Well, now next week, this sets it up. Bears Hour Live in attendance. We will be live in Chicago at the stadium. Former Bears coming out. It's going to be a lot of fun. So hopefully you get there. You'll see the flags flying. That'll be your cue. Even if you don't have a ticket, you want to come out and chill out, please do so. We'll be there and we'll be going live with Shane and myself. Shane won't be there, but he will be holding it down here on Bears Hour Live. Okay, so we got that out of the way. I hope you are a patron. I hope you saw my last week's breakdown of the Chicago Bears victory against the Detroit Lions. Today, obviously, a lot of run game stuff to get into, a lot of extra sauce. I can't wait to break down the tape. And then on Saturdays, we break down. Next Saturday, I won't be there, obviously. It'll be Barlissimo and my dad breaking down that defensive performance today. Each and every week, X's with the O's, pop-up shows, draft shows. This week, you will get the pre-DDP tape Never Lies as a patron. So that'll be for you on Thursday. And then on Friday, we'll release it Friday night, premiere it to the rest of the world. That being said, let's bring on some of you guys and let's hear some of your thoughts on what you felt about today's victory. 20-9 over the Raiders. The Chicago Bears go into Vegas. And I did not see them winning this game, Shane.
I didn't either.
I really didn't. So to that point, that defense, that offensive line, a lot of stuff to get into came to play. Obviously, Justin Fields is the big story today.
It's 100 Crew Hot Takes. Phil and Shane bringing on a fan to talk Bears and what just happened in the Bears game each and every week. You have to have hype.
Phil's always telling me to hype.
You can't be flat. So be ready, be prepared, and bring your passion.
I had hype coming out of my ass.
It's 100 Crew Hot Takes. Hashtag Spencer Strong.
Those are big time fucking throws.
There we go. Adam.
Hey, what up, fellas?
Where are you from, first of all?
I am in DeKalb, Illinois by NIU.
There you go.
You're all ready for that Cubs playoff run, huh?
Hey, man, still a Cubs fan at heart. Will always be, man. Always be.
Hey,
But,
that's what it's about. Trust
yes,
us. We're always Bears fans. We don't even live in Chicago. So remember, Shane, we used to take shit like, you don't even know. You don't even.
It doesn't matter where you are.
From one of our patrons.
We had a troll patrol. They're like, you're not from here, so you shouldn't be critical of the fans not standing on third downs because you don't have tickets to the game and you don't live in this city, man. And I'm like,
It's better
what?
that you guys are the ones that are critical, man, because everybody's such homers here sometimes.
Well,
So,
talk about your feelings about today's game, what you're seeing, and just give us your thoughts.
We still need to fire Matt Nagy for number one. The discipline is terrible. Like, oh my God, those guys should be on the bench. If you make a 15-yard penalty, on the bench you go. Like, I don't care if you're the best player on the team. That just shows you right there that you can sit down anybody if you're the coach. That shows respect to you as the head coach. And you just let it go, and it shows you're losing respect from all the players. Like, where is that? Where is your discipline? Like, I want to see that. Like, he needs to go. Like, he can't. I don't even know if he's lost the locker room or what. But I like to see that he is doesn't have the clipboard in his hand because that's actually he's watching the game, and all that stuff.
You heard him. He was like, I feel great. I'm actually involved, and I'm seeing things. It's almost an indictment to me because you should have been doing that from Jump Street. And again, his whole the salesmanship of the collaboration crew is Matt Nagy is an offensive guru. Meanwhile, the 32nd ranked passing offense, the 31st ranked run offense, the 30th and going down these statistics, you've never had consistency there. Now, again, they win today. You saw great effort from Damien Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta love what you saw from Khalil Herbert. But
Yep.
again, they're
Shout out to those
struggling.
guys,
They're
sure.
struggling to throw the football and protect the quarterback. Right there before the half, Jason Peters and company caving in. But again, you're asking the quarterback to drop back 7 yards after a shotgun. These
Mm-hmm.
types of things, I don't know, essentially, Adam, but I just feel like you could tell when Matt, because there is shots, Shane, of him with the play sheet in his hand.
Yep,
And you could
yep,
tell
yep.
when Matt's calling a play versus Bill Lazor.
Yeah.
Bill Lazor.
Oh yeah, and I feel like he doesn't trust his coaches. I'm like, you let your coaches coach. Why'd you hire the guy? You know what I mean?
Right.
And the head coach needs to be your number one cheerleader and keeping his head in the game, freaking, watching all the players, see how their mood is. Because you know what, we got lucky today that we won this game. We easily could have lost this game if it wasn't for the undisciplined players and then the referees. I mean, that was terrible referees. Were they drunk today? I mean, I don't know, man. Like, they were just seriously not watching the game at all. Like, you know how many times I saw Khalil Mack get held? Like this, like this.
That's a weekly occurrence.
And you got the white, the white hat watching the play. Like, no, you're supposed to be watching the quarterback and that for a little bit longer. Then you watch the play. Watch the lines. You're calling the holder, the line guy, somebody's got to see that. Look at all the eyes on the field. You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy how they don't see that. You know?
I agree. The refs were horrific. The first down on 4th down and short, it was a travesty because they did Roquan Smith did such a great job on that shot that he put on Peterman to stop him.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Clear as day short. You could see it.
Absolutely. I don't know. We never got to see an explanation from New York or anything of why that was a first
down.
They
gave you like a 10-second little.
Aaron Rodgers, are you fucking kidding me? If that was the Packers, we'd get 10 angles of why they got. It's just unfortunate. That stuff infuriates me. But they're going. The only thing I ask, like, we're 3-2. I know there's going to be a propensity for fans, not you, Adam, obviously, but what are you guys yelling at? They won. What do you want him to do? You still have this fucking Nagy cult.
Yeah, we got that because they made the playoffs 2 out of the last 3 years.
Exactly.
With them, and
they got it because they broke a 6-game losing streak. We got Nagy turned it around.
Intangibles, man.
Exactly. So let's put Cool Kennedy out there. Pause. Let's pause that and let's see how he handles preparation up. This is a big win. You went on the road. You did what I didn't think you could do without David Montgomery out there. There's a reason why these 2 players stand out on our show right here. Khalil and David. That's your identity. Nagy's never found it. Today he said it though, Shane. We found our identity. It feels good. Well, he said this before. That's now, how is he going to attack Green Bay? We're all going to be interested in seeing that. I don't know. Today, though, Justin Fields, Adam, your thoughts on him? What were your thoughts on him?
Man, just as tough as SOB, man. I mean, that just showed you right there that he's not giving up. That just shows plain out heart that he has out there, that he loves this team, that he wants to win, nothing but win. And you can tell that the defense wanted to win for him. Like, they gave it all every single play, and we easily could have gave up that game because the defense was out there so long. But they saw Justin time after time getting hit, getting up, extending his knee. Like, that scared the shit out of me, all right? Like, I even said on one of your posts that you said, I'm like, please let this be all right. Hopefully nothing bad.
I went to full prayer mode. I swear to God.
I put a GIF on Twitter that said, "Thank you, Jesus." As soon as I saw him running on the side.
For real, man. I mean, especially with all the people that are getting hit, head injuries today, the ankle with a couple other guys, I mean,
that's Saquon,
crazy.
Man.
Yeah, Saquon for sure. Yeah. I mean, it just shows you how much he wants to be here, how much he loves this team, and it shows to the players, man. And I just want to see the offensive do the same fucking thing. Like, where is A-Rob? Where the hell is he, man? Why can he not block like Mooney? Why is he being a sissy little girl out there, man? You're bigger. You're 6'2", man.
Imagine if he gave his heart to this city. I swear, I'd be the first one promoting this guy. Pay this man. He made a nice catch, right? I go, good catch. You'll be gone next year. We'll find someone else that can just make that catch. Anybody can make this catch.
His agent was out there praising the Bears defense today on Twitter.
Yeah.
It's his agent in his ear, man. Straight up.
First word of advice for him, in all honesty, from me: fire your agent. It's
right. No, I agree. But I think that the Bears could help out A-Rob though too, just with the play calls. Get him involved in some slants. I mean, let him body up these defenders, and they don't. He's not a great jump ball wide receiver for his size, but that's where you see him used quite often. Get him involved in some slants. I watch these games all the time, and you see teams slant. You're going to see it next week. Green Bay will slant you to death.
Green Bay is running deep posts with a slant underneath from the outside guy. So now you're forced. These are things. Listen, real quick. I got to say this. Justin Fields is the diamond. Okay? You have to put that diamond in a nice freaking band. Allow it to freaking be showcased. You don't see any fucking chick who just got proposed putting her diamond ring in her purse. Nope. You put it out there and you allow it to do what it came here to do. What Matt Nagy, power run game. Hit it, power, action off of it. Stop being so fucking predictable. Allow it. Like 3rd and 5, game on the line. Short side QB power. That was the worst fucking call you can make right there.
For real.
You conceded we're going to line up and try to kick a field
I know
goal.
there was some people out there saying, well, Cairo likes to kick it from the left. It doesn't fucking matter. Then run your fucking play that way. Whatever it is, just not quarterback power. It's just,
oh my God.
Yeah,
at least I would never even run that. I don't
Right.
give a fuck if my kicker wants to kick from the left. My goal is to get the first down. That's my point.
Why not
there.
spread them out, man? Their strength is the middle of their defense.
Yeah.
That was the whole point for me today. Thank you, Adam. I just posted it on my Facebook. I'm like, if I'm scouting the Raiders, their strength is inside. They're fucking big and they're nasty inside. So spread out without Damien Bird.
Right.
And fucking allow the run game to hit up in there with creases
where's
and
Perriman?
help your offensive line. You would have I'm telling you, you would have beat this team 30-3 the way they were playing defensively, the Bears, and what your offensive line showed me some toughness. When Ifedi went out, you never want to see a guy injured, but you could just see Wilkinson brought a fucking attitude to the game that he's played against the Raiders. He's played against the Raiders when he was in division. So he knows these motherfuckers are dirty. Yeah. They play to the echo of the whistle, and they're going to get after you. So they did. He actually showed me some toughness there, setting the tone. Let me get your final thoughts here, Adam, and I really appreciate you jumping on with us here.
No problem. Hey, man. That's all right. We didn't lose 100 games, all right? We didn't lose 100 games.
Taking a shot at you, Adam.
Dick move. That's all right. We got some free agent signings next year. My final thought is one shout out real quick to Mr. Daniels. That motherfucker needs to be our center. All right. Yes. He was pushing motherfuckers 10 yards down the fucking line. I'm sitting here watching and laughing, dude. I'm like, that's awesome. I love that. And the second thing I want to say before I get out of here is if we play like that against the Packers, just fire fucking Nagy that day, man, because we cannot handle the undisciplined fucking guys that are out there that are not getting benched. And then you're running on short yardage, the weakest part of our offense. You're running right to their strength every single time. You got to run outside.
Let's run to Mustafa. That's
yeah. Like, so I mean,
he's gonna block it. Come on.
The only way we're gonna win against the Packers is if we get to Aaron Rodgers like the Bengals did, and we can put some touchdowns on the board. Because we can't win with field goals. We can't beat the Packers with field goals.
Just let me address this with Mr. Frost. The Los Angeles Dodgers are the defending World Series champs. So take your L there, Logan. Not sure what you mean there, but it didn't work out so well for you, did it, bud?
Oh, God. I don't
Hey,
care.
man, I'm
about
happy that we
baseball.
finally got one. That's all I care about for the Cubs. So
I want to get one for the only sport that matters
Yes,
to
sir.
me
Yes,
is
sir.
the Chicago Bears. They're
I believe it.
3-2.
We got our quarterbacks finally.
Adam, thank you for jumping on with us.
Thanks, man.
Anytime, fellas. Anytime.
We appreciate you. Another good one by Chris Jackal, getting these guys with passion and high. Oh, that was Shane. Shane,
sir.
give credit where credit is due, Jackal. Good job. I respect that.
You
Thank
guys
you
have a
so
good
much
night, fellas.
for joining Bears Hour Live. My boy Adam, bringing the heat and the passion.
Big plays are nice. They're good. We need more of those.
Yes, we need more big plays, Shane. We need more big plays.
How about some breaking news that they just released Bird, play Perriman, see what
I
they have
know,
there.
like,
I don't get it.
Don't get Demir Bird's presence. Not the way you're using him.
No, not
Like
at all. I mean, at least
this is a speed guy.
At least you're getting some size with Perriman, if that's the role that you want that guy to play. But,
Dude, I'm like, I was getting infuriated.
Yeah.
My daughter's like, wow, you get really angry at this. It was like her first time watching the whole game with me. I go, circling Demir Bird on this TV screen, like, you're in the red zone.
Right.
Just put Jimmy Graham there if you're going to run, or Cole Kmet. Don't put a 5'9", 107-pound receiver that isn't blocking. Like, Mooney's blocking, so I get it. He's your best blocker. He's better than half the tight ends.
I wouldn't
Maybe
be
all
so
the
sure
tight
that
ends.
Grant doesn't have the heart to block better.
I
than-
agree.
Yeah.
I honestly, that little fucking bulldog will go out there and put his face into someone and just get in the way. Bird is looking around. Oh my God. Like, you got to be able to see.
We got to
that.
get to our next guy. Poor Max is in the green room.
He's
Shitting
nervous as
bricks.
hell.
He's nervous. He's been
Holy
doing push-ups.
What are the whys, right? What are the whys?
He said he was going to go rub one out to take away the fucking butterflies, which I thought was weird, but Max is ready to go.
Max is ready to go with the hype. Hopefully we play a little.
It's 100 Crew Hot Takes. Phil and Shane bringing on a fan to talk Bears and what just happened in the Bears game each and every week. You have to have hype.
Phil's always telling me to hype.
You can't be flat. So be ready, be prepared, and bring your passion.
I had hype coming out of my ass.
It's 100 Crew Hot Takes. Hashtag Spencer Strong.
Those are big time fucking throws.
Bears Hour Live, baby. There we go.
There he is.
Oh, boys.
Max Allen, where are you from, bro?
I'm from Michigan.
Michigan.
Southwest corner.
Are you a
Yup.
big Blue fan?
Yeah, they scared me.
Oh, they
Came right down to
scared
the wire.
everybody.
Yeah.
Went down to the wire. College football was an emotional weekend of college football. Iowa pulling out the victory, beating up Penn State's quarterback. You saw what happened there. Alabama going down.
Going down. They
That's
deserved
what
it
she
though,
said
man.
to
I was
Texas
feeling for
A&M.
Shane.
You're going to
I
be
was
able to
feeling
see
but
all
hey,
of this.
we got tight. We'll be back. Don't
yeah.
feel bad for me. We got lots
Only
of hardware.
had,
We got lots of hardware to look at, bro.
Oh, yeah.
If you're new to
8
the
years of
network,
winning's not enough, right?
Yeah.
if you're new to the network, you will know every Monday night we break it down the college game as well here with Chris Zorge, the former
He
Chicago
retweeted the
Bears
show
defensive
tonight. Chris
tackle.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told him I was from Toledo football player, and he got scared and he retweeted that shit.
Oh, Jesus. Chris Zorge, the Super 16 poll show will be live tomorrow night, 8:30 East. Chris Zorge hates this music. We play it anyway. It's the Super 16 poll show with Chris Zorge tomorrow night, 8:30 East. We will be breaking down his top 16 teams in the land. Now you, Mr. Max Allen from Michigan,
Yes,
what do you
sir.
think of today? Give me some your thoughts.
My
on
first
today's game.
impression, I think that with number 32, the identity going down, we
Yes.
see Williams and Herbert step up big time. And I think that David Montgomery, like, there's a lot of credit to be had to him because he sets the standard for us through the first 4 weeks to run the ball like that. And that's how we see those guys running, right? And I think that that's because of Monty and the heart he goes out and plays with every week. They know their boys down and they want to honor him.
I like that. That's a really good point. Claudio was sitting here in my house and he's like, dude, you think Herbert's making Monty proud? Because he's running hard like him. I go, I absolutely believe that.
Yeah, he shouted out Damien Williams on Twitter when he scored his touchdown. So I mean, he was directly involved. He wasn't like Tariq Cohen that didn't watch.
He was involved with the game. I won't tell you how I know, but he was involved with the game. So Demo, great point there, Max Allen. Are you excited about Khalil Herbert? He seems to be the guy everyone's excited about.
I think that we got to give our GM some credit there for drafting him. And, Cohen, like, he got injured and he was looking like a decent prospect, but like you would say, he really didn't like the inside of the field. He'd always try and cut outside and use his speed. And I think it's really great to see someone who he wants to put his head down and get up the field. He wants to run into someone, which is awesome.
Well, you got to believe in that kind of.
Max, I got an important question for you since you're a big Blue fan. So draft night, what was going through your head when Justin Fields was the pick?
Oh, well, I had to set all my my rivalry and bad feelings.
A few weeks
aside.
earlier, I hate that motherfucker. Yeah, boy, let's go. Then you're screaming, right?
Well, exactly.
All bets are off after that.
Right. And, I love Michigan and I have for a long time, but the Bears have been without a quarterback for so long that I don't care if he's from Ohio State.
So is Michigan.
Yeah. Oh, that guy sucks, McNamara. Jeez. My mom doesn't watch football and she's like, they need to take McNamara out, man. He doesn't really know what he looks like he's doing. I'm like, yeah, Mom. Gosh. That was scary.
What did you just send me, Phil?
I was sending you the link because Perlissimo was asking me about this guy, so I needed to copy paste it. I'm sorry. I didn't know if you wanted to. Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I think is, our fan base, they're obviously super hyped up going into this huge divisional game, week 5 or week 6.
Week 6.
Yeah, week 6, right? Huge game against the Packers. We got a divisional win at home last week against the Lions. Crazy, right? A game and not everyone thinks we can win against the Raiders, but I think some of the true fans knew we had a chance. And we come out somehow, the refs looked like with that Roquan roughing the passer call, I was screaming. I mean, and like you guys were saying, Peterman on that 4th and 1, Roquan popped him right through the middle and they're like, wow.
Were you guys surprised that David Carr came back in the game?
Oh my God. He was on the sideline rubbing his fucking collarbone and his neck.
I thought he was knocked unconscious.
And what happened to his fucking hair?
Oh my God.
He looked like a different person.
I'm like, these guys are putting this kid back in the game when he had a concussion.
They know that Peterman's fucking awful. Yeah.
I was shocked that I gave the odds of him coming back in 0%.
I'd rather have Angelo at quarterback than fucking Nathan Peterman.
What?
Exactly.
I mean, he took Roquan's shoulder pad right to his forehead.
Oh yeah, that was a hell of a hit. Yeah.
Oh, that was
not dirty at all, too. Roquan is just taking him down.
No, that was. I felt like that was a legal hit. There was no ill intent. He went in with his thing, and Roquan also that on the receiver, former Saint. What the heck's his name? 17 for the Raiders, former Saint slot guy. I can't remember his name now.
Call it Sneed.
Sneed, thank you. Yeah. Sneed comes across on the slant. There's no other place Roquan can go but attack aggressively with your left shoulder pad. He kept his helmet out of contact. In the college game, they have the targeting rule. I didn't see that. I honestly didn't see it. So
And if Snead catches that and Roquan pops him and then he drops it, there's no call. It's
Right.
just, great defense.
agree.
But because he dropped it first, that's why the call came out. Just the refs kind of screwing us. I was nervous at that point. I was like,
yeah, that was
these refs look like they're
they-
gunning for
how
it.
many penalties continue that drive? I know Mario Edwards.
I didn't
that
like
play
that call either.
was-
that was
that-
97, right?
Yeah, that was you can't do that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
in reality, this happens all the time. And there was a punch
Yeah,
that
there was.
everybody doesn't see, but the kid is getting held up by Roquan and Mario, and then he throws a punch
But it's
into.
it's the reactor that gets caught.
Then he
95%
reacts
of the
and
time.
throws his ass to the ground. There is no call by the head official there. He's like,
Yeah,
all
that's
right,
what
break it
got
up.
me.
They stop Jacobs from coming at him, and then this fat,
Flag comes
chubby fuck from the other side. He's calling all of the penalties for the Raiders. Like that one guy. I'm gonna get a picture. Claudio already has a job for cut it out. It's that guy.
There's your comment,
That
Phil.
guy. Yeah.
He might have had the Raiders over.
Yeah, Charles Leno's playing at an all-pro level for
Pro bowler.
PFF.
Pro
Bowl.
bowler,
Sure he is.
professional bowler. Yeah,
Yeah,
Throws
he's on the tour. He's bowling over people with his. Ralph, please watch the game on the tape. Don't read a box score from PFF. That's PFF right there.
True story, by the way. That is that.
Those are the guys giving you the grades right there.
Yeah, those are the guys that are holding
Guy
professional
with the
athletes
black
accountable.
glasses, he might be blind by
Yeah.
that.
I'm not.
Oh, jeez.
I didn't know Ron
Yes.
Jeremy in the back there with it was
PFF.
yeah.
All right, take him down.
Gosh.
That's the PFF grades. Listen, I've told this story because we worked with one of us. They
Lord
hire
God.
young kids just to watch every position, and that's where they come up with grade. Did he go right? Did he held this ball? They don't even know plays. So I don't know why they continue to throw that out there, because when I watch critical situations and I watch somebody get blown up, fall down, can't sustain their block, cause a quarterback to be hurried, all of these things. Oh, he stepped to the right place. He had him walled off. He didn't allow a sack. That's an A. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. That's the difference. So Collinsworth and all these blog boys get their information from PFF, and they go by the grades because it's convenience. It's convenient for
he's a Collinsworth
whatever
is a owner.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
convenient for all these writers, is what I'm saying. Oh, let me just use this. They're doing the work, aren't they? PFF's legitimate. They gave this guard from the Tampa Bay Bucks, whoever, he's got an A+ grade. He's 86.7%. And they just use this stuff like it's legitimate fact or gospel. That ain't how it works. Watch the tape. I have destroyed that fucking narrative on Leno. I can make a fucking 40-minute highlight reel of Leno being so atrocious. Do you want that? I mean,
Leno is gone.
Exactly. Leno's gone. Why are we still
Thank
talking
God.
about? Jesus, thank God. How did you find us?
I think last season, it was after the Titans game, I want to say, we won that game, right? Didn't look very
Yes.
good though. And we were 5-1, and I kind of knew it wasn't a very good 5-1. So I just started listening to you guys, and you're yeah, this you're first off, you're just wrecking Leno a lot. How can we expect Foles to even throw the ball when Leno, he's got half a second, right? And then
Right.
I just kind of got really into it, and just every weekend, Bears play, and if they lose, I'm in that Bears Hour Live in the chat listening to you guys.
Listen, look at you.
Giving me some therapy, 'cause
From Michigan,
a lot of
living with us. I love this kid. You were nervous at first, but now you feel comfortable.
It's the anticipation.
I'm going to keep you here for a little bit, for a second, because I want to address this.
I thought you were going to address the random clothes hanger on the top of his.
Yeah, it was from my jersey. I had to put it on.
Shane, it has its place on
Yeah,
his
it
wall,
does.
man. He's showing you.
I thought you guys were gonna rip me for my basketball jerseys back there.
Nah,
God.
Blazers, Clippers. I don't know. All I care about is football 24/7.
Is that an
That's my
MJ
way.
picture on the right hand side?
Yeah, it is.
MJ?
Yeah,
So
it's
you're just
MJ.
like all over the fucking map.
Yes.
I love MJ. I mean,
Tom
the
Brady's
bullshit,
lost son here. he does
Max
look a
is
little
Tom
bit.
Brady without the talent, right?
Yeah, right.
Can you throw a ball, Max?
Yeah, but I can't throw for 411 yards. on a Sunday.
Oh, there you go. Look at you. Quick wit off the top. Are you going to be able to join us next week at the tailgate, the meet and
I'm gonna
greet?
be at the Packers game. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna try to make it to the tailgate, but I'm going with like a few of my friends. So
What do you
like,
mean?
I'm sure it's
You're
gonna
going to be
hard.
there and not come over there? That's like,
Well, I'm gonna come over, but I'm going with like 5 of my friends that they don't know about the show, so it's gonna be hard to.
they
get
need to
everyone
watch
over.
your
You know
appearance
what you
on
say
the
to
show.
them, Max? Hey guys,
Fuck
we're
'em.
going over here, and if they say no, you'd be like, "Fuck you." And then
Yeah,
you just walk over
exactly,
anyway.
Max.
We'll
You're
get
a
him. We'll get
star
him
now.
over.
We won't tell
You're
your
a star
mom.
now.
We won't tell your mom.
We won't
I think
tell.
she's sleeping. I think she's got work tomorrow.
Is she hot? Oh, well, that's a different show. That's the Wednesday night show.
It's Caden's competition of hot
Her
mom.
soul is beautiful, Shane, and that's all that matters.
They all are, Max. They all are. Gotta make.
Let's
them all
talk
happy.
about the reality of what an amazing defensive performance. Those dogs out there playing hard to the whistle. Khalil Mack, Shane, just destroying narratives. Bilal Nichols,
Yeah,
I wanted to see him take a
Bears
step.
official box score has him down for 1 sack. How is that possible?
I don't know. I thought he got that half sack, and then
got
it sucks that they don't give credit to the 2-point conversion sack, because that was
it's a live play. They should.
It's a live play.
You can score on it.
Stops points from completely changing the coast of this game. You know what I'm saying?
It's like picking it off. You're not getting an interception.
Oh my God, that play. This is the reality of truth. I can't even say enough. I can't even say enough. Right now, you look at that Chicago Bear defense, they didn't have Akeem Hicks. To not have him, that's saying. I can't wait to see that tape, because I want to see. I know Mario Edwards did what he did, but you know what, Shane, in all honesty, that was one of those moments where, like, fuck, we're going to give you some shit back. You ain't and you win the game.
Yeah,
we can actually get past that. So I applaud, because he did take a punch, a cheap shot. And then to George, right on cue, George, you're fucking reading my mind. It's time, Shane. It is time for Houston Carson to be the starting safety of the Chicago Bears. You want to change the culture, reward a fucking warrior, a guy that's a true playmaker that does it without every bit of God's talent. He does it with his brain, his toughness, and a team together attitude.
Here's the noted Mac hater. Poor Ray is having a bad year. He's the guy that trolls on Twitter all the time during the game, wanting me to react because he says that Mac is horrible. Yeah.
Ray, what happened, Ray?
Sorry,
Where's your
Ray.
Mac? Hey, Ray's not a Mac strong.
Ray thought that Khalil was gonna uphold that friendship with Derek Carr when he stepped onto the football field.
Yeah. Did you see him dump Carr? He should have had 3.5 sacks rewarded to him today. That's in my. He was dying. Then Trevis Gibson. Wow.
Taking steps
You were
every
talking
week, man.
about
Yeah.
Khalil Herbert, Darnell Mooney, Bilal Nichols has stepped up. These are all 5th round guys. DHC, I think, is a 6th round pick. These are guys, credit to Pace, that is finding these guys that can play the game of football. In fact, Darnell Mooney and DHC is my favorite player right now. If I have to, like, put a gun to my head because Demo's not out there, DHC is just always in the right position, and he's always giving his heart. He reminds me of Mike Brown, Shane.
Yeah, he's always
reminds me of Mike
Remember,
Brown.
he ended the Tampa game in Chicago last year.
He ended the Tampa game.
He ran the Titans route game. He ran the route for the wide receiver on that one.
Exactly. I mean, come on. We got to get a movement going to get DHC, send a message to Eddie Jackson. Tackling is important, Eddie.
Yeah.
Tackling is important.
That offsides too on a big third down.
I gotta say, I
Neutral
thought
zone.
that was the wrong call.
I did too. Yeah.
You
the neutral
cannot.
zone.
He did fire out of his stance.
He didn't even cross a line. He's a defensive back. I've seen 1,000 DBs go like this on the team, pretending. Like, if you want to call that on an edge guy, that was a shit. That's that same pork chop ref on that same side throwing that fucking. He was the worst. He was the worst.
He had our number all game.
Oh my God. Every time a flag was thrown, it was so late. But keep the momentum for DHC. I got to see Sean Desai's presser this past week, and I think Potash or my guy, Mark Grody, were talking to him about DHC, and they're like, oh, he's just a great football player. He's always in the right. Coach, play him. Okay, I don't need to see Dion Bush, or I don't need to see Mr. Eddie Jackson more. Eddie needs some time alone. Eddie needs a timeout.
Oh, Eddie
right?
needs a big
Eddie needs to go in the corner and sit down and think about some of his performances and his selfishness.
He changed his number, and he thinks that.
Yeah, that's what he's most concerned with that.
Can't
I'm not a big fan of the Danny T number change either. The 6.
Oh my God.
Looks
I'm a bigger fan of Alec Ogletree, the way he's been playing the past few weeks.
He's got a great number too. But
44 looks a hell of a lot better than 6 at linebacker.
So we're about an hour. I'm pushing an hour and 45 here, Phil. Like I said, it's coming off a good win. It's probably a good place to start wrapping this stuff up.
You're reading my mind.
Yeah.
I wanted to keep my guy Max Allen on with us because there's
hope, guys. There's hope.
We hope there's hope. We're setting it up this week, keeping it 100. I told you about Chris Zorich Monday night. Keeping it 100. We'll have a double feature. David Kaplan from ESPN 1000, as well as NBC Sports Chicago, will be joining us Wednesday night on Keeping It 100, as well as former Bears quarterback Eric Kramer. It'll be a double dandy that night to get you ready for the Bears versus Packers. Who better than Eric Kramer to talk about that rivalry, what it's like to be a quarterback in Chicago, how the culture of the Bears looks from his angle, and all of that, as well as David Kaplan and his thoughts on the Chicago Bears winning in Vegas and Coach Matt Nagy, who he's been hard on. It's going to be a fun night, and it's going to get you prepared for next week live. Fucking Max Allen will be there. I don't want to hear his friends be little bitches over there trying
I'll have to call them over.
Yeah,
make sure they come.
Bring everybody over. We're going to have a lot of fun. You meet Greg Braggs, Lady Bear 83 on Twitter. Cherie, there she is. She's got the curls. She's got them all flowing out there. And Chris Jackal, Claudio the Barber, Cool Kennedy, the music producer, Ron G, Caden Whitlow. They're all going to be there getting you ready for Bears Packers. I'm going to be so excited to finally be in Chicago. This is the game. This is the crossroads. This is when you say, Justin Fields, you help us win, big boy. You help us go out there, make some big plays. All that talk about big plays being nice. Let's get it done. Shane, your final thought, Max, though, before we let you go. And then me and Shane are going to wrap this puppy up like a friggin' hot dog with ketchup. Yes,
my final thought, I think I'd have to say, you guys have already touched on it, but, Mr. number 11, Claudio's boy, just doing big things when he's not running routes. He's finding his man and he's sticking him until the whistle sounds, and I think that's huge. I saw it on that one play that, everyone's focused on Williams and that spin move, but you pause it and watch it back, you see number 11, he's holding 24, and that's what allows one-on-one to happen for that play, so.
There you go. His final thought. Darnell Mooney gonna be a superstar. That's where I'm seeing he is top 4 player on this whole roster right now. I want to thank you seriously for jumping on with us on the best Bears post-game show on the what?
Oh, come on, guys. You got to join us every Sunday. Draft Dr. Phil, Shane the Smartest Man, Marsaw on the Tape Never Lies network. Where are you at if you don't know where this network is? Come on, guys. Tape Never Lies.
Look at you coming with some heat. Thank you so much, Max. I appreciate it. I hope you had a good time. Bears are 3-2. They're moving on. I appreciate you jumping on with us on Bears Hour Live, the best post-game
Thanks for having
show,
me, guys.
bar
Appreciate
none.
it.
God bless. That was Max. Odds of Max showing up, Shane. What do you think?
Almost zero.
Almost zero? Almost zero. Okay. Jackal, we will see. Jackal will be there because I know I'll be being pulled away like a bride and groom at a wedding. Go here, do that. I've been in this. So Jackal, make sure you come and grab. Yo, Max is here, and we'll take a picture and keep the odds up.
We'll be good. We'll get Max over there.
You excited, Jackal?
I can't
Chicago?
fucking wait, man.
Look at the smile on this guy's face.
Hey, man.
Chicago Bears, Green Bay Packers, 3-2 Bears getting ready to take on their rivals. We are going to be breaking it down all week. Wednesday, you got your Tuesday night. You got your One Up Fantasy show. You want to get that on the network?
Yes, sir.
So they'll be live. You and Steven Johnson, looking forward to it. But then we're off to the windy city of Chicago, TTNL. Hopefully we do solo get some blockers for the tailgate show. We're going to need some blockers out there. Claudio can't block for shit, but we'll be out there. We're going to have a blast. Final thoughts, Shane Marsaw. Final thoughts. Oh, he's muted. You're muted. There you go.
Had a crazy coughing fit there. So I had to
my
go off
bad.
screen.
I put you on the spot.
Yeah, Jesus. I see how you are. No, this is a next step game, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
This is what the Bears aren't used to. They've had plenty of these games and they lay down flat. It's time for that to change. You know, there's a new sheriff in town in Chicago. I think he's a big time quarterback. It's not going to start and end with him. This defense has to make plays next week. You can't see the 3rd and 19, them giving up 24 yards, or 3rd and 12, and you're not covering the tight end. So it's time. It's time because they go out there and they put one on Green Bay at home. That's going to send a message. That lights the fucking fire, you know, and that stuff matters in football. You know how it is. You can be an underperforming team. You go out there. It just takes one game to flip the script. Next week is time.
That's it. That is well said. I'll send this message. Chicago Bears fans, Bears players, this is the week. I don't care what you have going on in your personal life. Your job is to go out there and play this game with the fire and passion for the everyday man. We've had enough in this world of sorrows and COVID and politics and all of the bullshit. This game, this rivalry means everything. It might not mean something to you because your agent's tweeting out about money, but to Cherie, who grew up in the South Side, and to Cool Kennedy, and to every person that loves this team, it means everything. It means everything. And what makes it even more important is that you just beat the Raiders and you have an opportunity with a young diamond quarterback to go out and set the tone that now we're to be reckoned with. Now we're to be reckoned with. You're a laughingstock because of the calamity coach and all of the tomfoolery that have gone on. Well, you did it right. You gave up play calls and you're owning being a coach and you're embracing that truth. Let go of the narcissism, Mr. Nagy. Be prideful and make the players aware that this game, this rivalry, this game means everything to this city. I can't wait to be there. I hope you jump out. You'll see the flags flying. You'll see TTNL flags. You'll hear the music. Come over, shake my hand, meet everybody. Let's have a blast and let's fucking beat the fucking Packers. That should be the city's cry. All the negativity out. This defense wins championships. Well, it's time to show up. And I guarantee the Chicago Bears have the opportunity. They're ripe for the fucking picking. They're ripe for the picking. So with that being said, I'll leave you with a little bit of Keeping It 100. We'll be live Wednesday. Hopefully you'll be joining us that night because we'll be fired up. We'll have the tape. I'll give you all the updated news and remind you of the TTNL tailgate and BHL after show from the South Lot. You want to be on that show? We're going to have so much going on there. T-shirts, everything, food. Just come out there. Have a great weekend. Columbus Day tomorrow. Everybody should be off celebrating on a shitty day. Columbus. Anyway, Keeping It 100. Nope. Nope. Nope.
This is NFL Network.
Hey, this is David Kaplan.
Be at 20 for the Bears.
Exactly, Greg.
Oh my God!
This is crazy.
I am in heaven!
If the dude's a fucking pussy.
Concept-wise, his run game doesn't match with his pass game.
This is Matt Waldman.
This is Olin Cruz.
This is Paige DeMacco, CEO of the Draft Network.
Rashid Davis, former Chicago Bears wide receiver.
Hey, my name is Rashad Whitfield, the footwork king.
What's up, everybody? It's Ryan Nall here with the Chicago Bears.
Keeping it 100 with Shane and Phil.
Keeping it 100 with Phil and Shane.
You're listening to my guys Shane and Phil on
Keeping It 100.
We'll see you next week. Bears Hour Live right after the Packers. God bless you guys. Bears are 3-2. Victory Monday tomorrow. God bless.
Thank you for watching Bears Hour Live, the best post-Bears game show on the planet, on the Tape Never Lies Network.